Hi everyone, Kerry here. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about fragrance. So I'll start with a little disclaimer because I do work for L'Oreal Luxe, so about 90% of these have been very fortunately gifted to me or bought with staff discount. I genuinely love all these fragrances. I wouldn't be wearing them if I didn't. We're going to be talking about like why I wear it, when I wear it, when I would sort of choose like seasonally, outfit wise, where I'm going, different things like that, because I feel like that's what inspires me more with fragrance, is what outfit have I got on today, where am I going, what sort of vibe do I want to give off, rather than being like, oh, I want to smell like this today. I love fragrance. I love talking to people about the fragrance. It's so like rewarding when you get it right and it clicks with that person, because it is so like specific. It's a preference, like you either do or you don't like fragrance. It's always really nice when you do get it right for people, and when they're quite surprised, because I think people don't expect you to be able to, you know, if someone's like, oh, I wear this, and I'm like, try this one, you're so like this one, and they're like, oh my god, you're right, like how did you know that? And you're like, ah, well, fragrance families. I always love it when I go, oh, I know you'd really like this one. They're like, I used to wear that. I'm like, pretty psychic, do you know what I mean? It's really interesting. There's so many different levels to it, but let's crack on. So I'm going to start off with a very new fragrance actually. So this is the Livia Belle Iris Absolu. So first of all, just gorgeous bottle. So Livia Belle has been around for 10 years now. It's probably 11th year this year. It was 10 years last year. So Livia Belle was probably one of the first fragrances I picked for myself. This is before even I worked for L'Oreal. I always used to, like previously, so my birthday is 28th of December. So it was quite a thing. We'd go out for like breakfast and then we'd go into Boots, and then I would pick like an extra little present, which was a fragrance set. So sort of used to go off what was on sale in store. So I first started working at Boots. I fell in love with Livia Belle, and it was like my first gifted fragrance that year, and I got it the year after that. Yeah, it's just stood the test time for me, and it really is, like, it sounds corny, but I always say, because obviously I work with it, I spray it every day. There's not a day I don't spray it. It's become a bit of a work fragrance for me, but every time I spray it I fall in love with it again. Like, it's a beautiful scent. It suits so many different people. My mum wears it, I wear it, my sister wears it. Yeah, she's a crowd pleaser. She's gorgeous. I always say she's like a sophisticated sweet. She's not really sweet and sugary, but she's gourmand, she's rich, she's got them floral notes. It just, oh, day, it's just a really like uplifting fragrance. That's the aim of the fragrance. Livia Belle, life is beautiful. It's all about happiness. A original Livia Belle girly. This I love. So it's Livia Belle but with a twist, 10 times more iris, which they call the blue gold of perfumery. It's a really expensive ingredient. New extraction processes, absolutely no wastage come with the iris. So they've extracted every different part of it. Bottle as well. Me and my mum often talk about fragrances that are accessible for like blind people. So how do you know what your fragrance is? And this to me is just really distinctive. You'd know what you're reaching for in the day. So I just love that, and I'm a bit of like a texture person, but it's so good. Still on lasting. So I tend to wear this. This is like a daytime fragrance for me, not an evening one. I generally wear it for work. I try and keep 2 fragrances that I will always wear for work, and then I switch up a bit when I'm in store. But this is one of the 2 that I wear for work. These are work fragrances in my head. Just try and keep it separate. As much as I love the fragrances, it's so strongly linked to memory, and it's not a bad thing, but it's a work fragrance to me. Oh, and this, so at the moment I've got all these fragrances. I hate the clutter. I don't really like having this many open. Yeah, I have this one out and one more out, and they are my 2, and then the rest are in the cupboard. Those are sort of the 2 I'm switched between daily, and then the others I sort of mix up depending on where I go. This is my second work fragrance. So this is a limited edition bottle, but this is the YSL Black Opium. This is the original scent. So Black Opium is quite a funny one for me actually. So previously to working with it, I absolutely hated this fragrance. I could not stand it. And I love coffee, but I just was like, it's so strong, I don't get it. When my best friend used to wear it, and I was like, it smells so nice on her, but I just couldn't get on board for it. I didn't get it. And then as I started to work with it, I then was like, oh, this is really beautiful. So it actually really grew on me. This is the fragrance that I have in my car. So I always have a little bottle of this in my car. I like a strong fragrance in the car. So I travel, how many times do I say car? Drink when I say car. I travel a lot, so I like to have something strong that I can just feel like I'm freshening myself up. And also because it's got the coffee and I feel like it just wakes me up. It probably doesn't, but you know, subliminal. So it's got coffee, white flowers, vanilla. It's just beautiful. You get the coffee to start with and it wears down lovely. A bit of a like edgier fragrance, a naughty fragrance. We always laugh at work because you can tell you're like, you wear black opium. Like, there's just a sense about it. So if I'm wearing black opium, I've got my leather jacket on, I'm all in my blacks, which I generally am for work. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit edgy, feeling a bit naughty. Maybe I'm going out in the evening as well. I do like to pop this one on. She's the party girl. Subject to black opium. I'm going to talk about her new friend. So this is the Le Parfum. She's not open yet because I'm trying to be good and I don't want too many things open. I'm normally, like I say, I'm normally an original girly. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it for me. You can't beat it. This is delicious. So it's a Le Parfum, so it's a little bit stronger. It's got vanilla in there. The overshot is the vanilla and it is so warm and just honestly it smells gorgeous. Just that really rich, yummy fragrance. Essentially there's a little bit of cinnamon and it grows as you do it. So I remember Fred, when it first launched, he's the national makeup artist for YSL, he was in store and he was like, right, we're going to spray it on the hand, you're going to cover it, we're not going to smell it, we're going to wait. And then we like gradually, like once we waited a bit, we all started smelling it together and we kept going and it just keeps developing and it's just this beautiful scent. So very excited to open this one, but I'm being good because like I said, I don't like the clutter. Like I've got so much rubbish in this room and nowhere to put it. We've got Lancome nuit, tresor à la folie. So this one I am going to say is my favourite fragrance. This is, when people ask, this is my favourite fragrance. She's stood the test of time. So this one is actually not available on UK counters. If you can get it at the perfume shop, even very often that it's there on my like staff shop and things like that. So I first found this on holiday in France. So it's an international fragrance. You'll find it at the airport, you'll find it abroad. And she is so woody. So, it's just sexy. Like, it is sexy. This, bearing in mind I wear perfume every day, this was the only fragrance that my ex would notice when I was wearing. Like, you know, like guys just notice nothing. He was like this would be the day that he'd say I smelled good. My friend was the same. She was like, oh, it smells amazing. Like, it smells so good. Like, it just really is lush. And because I think not everyone is wearing it, it makes it really special. It's a gorgeous diamond bottle that is just so stunning. I love it because it reminds me of that holiday when I first sprayed it and I was like, what is this? Like it was a discovery in itself. Even though I was working for L'Oreal at the time, I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I wear this when I want to feel sexy. That is, if I want to feel super sexy, that's the aim. If I've got this on, people are in trouble. Jokes. I'm like, I'll let the fragrance do the talking for me because I can't flirt. I urge you, if you ever see this one, spray it, smell it, and you'll understand. Let's talk about one of my newest purchases. So this is the Aqua di Parma Blue Mediterraneo Fico di Amalfi. Fico di Amalfi. I butcher it. I always have loved Aqua di Parma, but obviously it's quite expensive. And I also love Aqua di Parma consultants. I don't think anyone has as good knowledge on fragrance as these consultants, and not just for their fragrances but for the whole fragrance halls. So anytime I've worked on a counter, they have been the most helpful in whatever store I've been in. They know their stuff. This is like their eau de toilette range. They're super light and I essentially just talked myself into buying it for holiday. It's not opened yet. I go on holiday next month and this will be my holiday fragrance. So because it's an eau de toilette, it's a little bit lighter. I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't like it wouldn't last, but I spritzed it on my clothes first and it was a total impulse buy. I won't lie, like to treat myself. I do think it's a bit expensive for an eau de toilette. It was about £94. Couldn't even bother to wait for an offer. I was just like, yep, I want it right now. But the consultant's absolutely lovely and gave me lots and lots of little samples and things like that, so I felt really looked after. Interestingly, actually, because I was deciding between this and a different fragrance, which I knew I wanted a holiday fragrance this year. It's rare that I buy myself fragrance because it seems silly, because I'm fortunate enough to be gifted it. It just seems that why would I spend money on fragrance if it's something I don't need specifically. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to treat myself, buy something that's going to be really special and just make me think of that holiday. And I was looking at a different fragrance from a different brand, and the lady was really quite rude to me. She obviously didn't think I was was like serious about buying. I think she thought I just wanted to spray myself with the fragrance, but I'd previously smelled it in another store, so I just wanted to compare. So I was glad I resprayed it, because one, I thought it smelled horrible. The second time, whether or not it's just because this lady was quite rude to me and that sort of puts you off, I don't know, it just. And they also slated the Aqua di Parma fragrance, and I hate it when people do that. Competitors, I don't know, I just think it doesn't feel right to me. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's rubbish, you should buy this one. So that just really off-put me, and that's why customer service is so important. I'll always remember that now. So yeah, hair loss. So I'm not even going to spray it now, but I'm so excited to wear it. And he gave me some little minis of it so as well, so I can have them in my handbag. Perfect for my holidays. I'll be in France smelling of figs. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's quite creamy, not too heavy. It's super light skin scent. It's perfect for the summer. Continuing with the summer scent, so this is the Artililier, the Bergamot Soleil. So this for me is super summery. It's lightweight, it's a little bit more citrusy, skin fresh. It's just beautiful. Almost makes me think of sun cream at the same time, but not, if that makes sense. I don't know, I just love it. It's long lasting. This was a bit different for me, and this is actually what sparked the interest in the Aqua di Parma. I would never normally wear this sort of fragrance. I've never really gone for anything light or citrusy particularly. I've generally been down the sweeter route, or the woodier route, and recently I just like something a bit fresher, especially for the summer. And it's the difference of when you're going to wear it. This again is very much a daytime fragrance for me. I wouldn't wear this in the evening. The sun's shining, it's spring. I want something nice and light and clean. If I want to feel clean, that is what I'm wearing. Then we've got Burberry Hair. So I love a Burberry fragrance. I think they're very underrated. Both the female and male fragrances are gorgeous. Come by now as well. People don't stock many of them, which is a shame. This is so sweet. Super fruity, super sugary. Dislike the bottle. I feel like it's a bit boring. I'm not gonna lie. This one for myself. It's just, yeah, lovely. And I do get compliments when I wear this, actually. I think because it is that sweet, like moreish sort of scent. This again is probably a daytime fragrance for me. I'm not trying to use it up, but I want to use it up because, like I said, there's clutter, so that's why this is the other fragrance that's out for me at the moment. So I've got my La Belle, Iris Absolu, and the Burberry Hair. So this is the Eau de Parfum. There's an Intense as well, which is gorgeous. Yeah, I just wish the bottle was a bit pretty. I just doesn't really do it for me. I feel like it looks quite dirty and simple. It's very Burberry. It feels nice in your hand though, like that, to hold like that is satisfying. Then we've got Alien, Goddess, the Intense. So this is my favourite. I prefer this over the original. I don't wear the original Goddess. I don't wear original Alien. I love them for other people, but this is what sparked my love for a Mugler fragrance. I can appreciate a Mugler fragrance for other people, but for myself, they're just not for me. It's in my head and I can't get it out. I love the fact that it is like a cult. If you wear a Mugler fragrance, if you wear Alien or Angel, that is what you wear. You religiously refill your bottle, which I love, sustainability queens. But yeah, you love it. But this is just, it's got bergamot, it's got coconut. This is summery for me. Yeah, my sister loved this on me, that she went out and bought it herself. Just really beautiful. I just love the gold, the talisman. It makes you feel like summer, like rich, opulent scent for me. So this will be coming out a little bit more. Then we've got Replica, When the Rain Stops. I love Replica fragrances. There is only one in the collection that I don't like. The rest I will wear all of them, and built off a memory. So it's all about making you feel a sensation, making you think of a time and a place. So I always look at the fragrances and say to people, like, which one are you drawn to? Which sort of memory are you drawn to? Rain Stops. So it's fresh, it's clean, it's that new start as the rain is sort of going off the pavement. I love it. I would say it's more on the slightly masculine side. They are unisex fragrances, but I love that. I wear quite a lot of men's fragrances when I'm in store, actually. It's very clean. This is like daytime for me, especially if I'm going into like head office or something like that, and I just want to feel clean, professional. And I would wear this summer and winter, like all seasons really, but definitely a daytime one again. That's like a crisp white t-shirt sort of fragrance. Got Prada Paradox. So this, my baby, is such a gorgeous fragrance. So launched last year, and it was such an interesting fragrance to me because this was probably one of the first fragrances that I found you sprayed it and people instantly loved it. Like I'd say like 9 out of 10 people were like, oh my god, it's amazing. It's floral, but it's got this amber sort of heart to it, which just makes it so luxurious and long lasting. The bottle is beautiful, also refillable as well. I would wear this day and evening actually. This is more if I'm feeling a bit girly, I've probably got a dress on, a little bit more feminine. That just screams that to me. But then we've got the YSL Libre Le Parfum. So this is the latest launch in the Libre fragrances. So Libre again was a funny one for me. So the original, it's not me. The original Eau de Parfum is not me. The Intense, however, oh my god, beautiful. The Le Parfum, beautiful. These were made for me. See that thing where I'm like, I love like an intense fragrance? That's what it is. This has got saffron in, so there's a little bit of that spice. It's different, it's iconic. I feel powerful when I put this on. I mean business this day. I feel rich bitch, essentially. Just the bottle's stunning. It's that first YSL handbag that you can have. So you've got this is supposed to represent the chain, and then you've obviously got your Cassandra logo wrapped around. Apparently there's a lot of videos where people are like, how to get the Cassandra logo off your bottle, because people are, what's the word, resourceful. Just it's beautiful, that rich sort of colour. This is a little bit more wintry for me. She'll be going safely tucked away in the cupboard until the sort of probably September time, and then she'll come back out again. But unless actually I'd wear in the evening, that richness, going for cocktails, going out for a bit bougie. So half my fragrance collection is this little bowl. So I travel a lot for work, so this is very handy for me to have my minis. And like I said, I love to have different fragrances for different things, so I would actually probably prefer to actually buy fragrances like this, little 30ml, little mini discovery sets. I love. A couple of my Aqua di Parma samples, so that's the one that I was gifted. And then he also gave me the Sakura Magnolia Infinita, which both are beautiful. He also gave me a more orangey one, which is just not me, so I gave that to my brother. So unisex as well, which is nice. A unisex fragrance. I'm like, it's not linear. Like, I love showing people different ones. I'm like, come on, get out your comfort zone. Actually, oh, spice bomb, girl, delicious. We've got my replicas. So we've got Coffee Break here. We've got Springtime in the Park. We've got Under the Lemon Trees. I love this one. I tried to order it on Staff Shop, but it was all gone. It was sold out. So I'll definitely be getting that one probably once my Artililier is done. I love wearing that one in store if it's sunny. I get spray. And Lazy Sunday Morning. I have Lazy Sunday Morning candle. Oh, gorgeous. After you cleaned your room, you're like that on, I feel at peace. I love all of these. I just pick one out, to be honest. I don't even bother looking at which one it is, and I just pop it in a bag, and that's where I go. Then we've got some of my ones from the Estée Lauder collection. There was only one of these that I didn't like. They're all a bit different. So we've got Radiant Miracle, which I've barely used actually, which is nice. I don't really, you can tell I don't know what's in these. Off the top of my head, they're all just quite different. This isn't for everything, but I just pick out one, and these just come on my travels with me, just so I don't smell bad. So there's not really a specific reason for those, but I do, it's so handy having those. This last one is a little rollerball that my friend ordered off Amazon. She's very good at finding an Amazon fragrance. It is such a dupe for Black Orchid Tom Ford, to the point where I put it on when we were out once in London. We were in, where were we? we were at Pizza Express Live, and she like turned around and was like, oh god, you can smell black orchid, like, you know, there's some like rich people in her, like people's style. I was like, babes, it's me and my like £7 roll on. Like an essential oil, so you roll it on, you do not need much. It's so concentrated, I can still smell it at the end of the day. This is absolutely beautiful, and I love black orchid, so just rich, opulent evening fragrance, goes in the handbag, good to go, and you just smell gorgeous. So yeah, that's our little fragrance collection video. So let me know if you like any of these. When do you wear your fragrance? What's sort of your go-to? But yeah, I just love that fragrance. Whilst we're on the note of black opium, I am going to talk about, you can see all my rubbish. Stupid. We've got Lancome, La Vie Belle. No, I don't do mid.